Okay, so today is the 9th of June 2021, Wednesday, cryptocurrency and other markets MAO. All right, MAO stands for Market Analysis and Outlook. Now, today we're going to cover 2021 Bitcoin conference in Miami. All right, Miami, all right. So apparently itself, right, okay, in Singapore, we have this COVID virus going around and we are still putting masks and stuff like that, you know, having these restricted measures. But apparently, gotten to you, Jonathan, apparently in Miami, over the weekend, we have one of the biggest convention ever, all right, for Bitcoin, specifically on Bitcoin. So I'm going to bring you guys there and let you feel the atmosphere there and incredibly the people, what are they talking about Bitcoin, all right? So before we start this afternoon MAO, once again, I need you guys to understand this. Trading will consist risk. And of course, there's a possibility to lose money in trading or even investment. So before we continue, please understand whatever I share is for reference guide. And you must understand that there is a good reason for you to know that disclaimer is applied here. All right. So if you accepted the above and you're good with that, you have indemnified me, just to let you know. All right. So all cool. All right. Let's begin. Now, apparently 50,000 people descend for this. All right. Apparently maskless. Oh my God. Sold out crowd, 12,000 attendee. That means people who pay for the tickets. Okay. All right. Spend 2 days in the glad handling, hugging, sending crypto wallet to wallet and closing business deals with one another, all right, with endless panels and speeches. So apparently itself, right, this is what's going right now. And do you know what? One pass itself costs $1,499 US. Hi, Ihan. All right. So $1,499, that means Singapore, I mean, let me take a calculator and take a look. Okay, so 1,500, let me make it simple. Wow, it costs about $2,025 Singapore dollars for one ticket. Wow, think about this. And this is just only the standard pass. If you want to pay for the highly coveted orange bracelet that you call as a whale pass, now it's because you must have a lot of Bitcoin or you want to pay premium for that. That will give you an extra day, the speakers, exclusive parties and private area in a private convention hall. And of course with free bar, okay, to drink obviously. And that will go at 21,000 US dollars. Oh my God, 21,000 US dollars. Let me see how much is that. Wow, it's about 28,500 Singapore dollars. So guys, would you pay for this? Okay, let me put it this way. How many of you will pay for this 1,500 US dollar or 2,000 for this one? What do you think? Will you be paying for that? Would you be paying for that? Would you be paying 2,000 Singapore dollars for a 3 days event? Let me know. Would you pay? If you say yes, key the word yes. If you say no, just key the word no. All right. You think that you won't pay such a crazy figure, then you just put the word no. Okay, let me see what's the answer. Eugene say if only they give 100 BTC. Okay, all right. Used to buy coins instead, King Hua. Can watch live on YouTube. Oh, okay. Leon say rather put in BTC. Eric say wait for YouTube upload. Okay, Jerry say no. Okay, all right. So but apparently itself, right, 12,000 people paid for it. So 12,000, let's say the average pay the premium, the $2,000 rate. Wow, not bad, no? Just this event itself, right, is a $24 million revenue. Wow, $24 million just for 12,000 attendee paying at 2,000 Sing. It's $24 million. That's a lot of money. And of course, that's excluding those who hold the orange bracelet. So that's why maybe Singapore can try this. Okay. All right. Well, Bridget, if have lots of money, sure, why not? I totally agree with you, Bridget. If let's say if I go there on that day, and of course you all know, right, Bitcoin trades 24 hours. Anytime, any moment. So if the moment, right, you should know in a convention like this, if any of the whales say something, it will immediately propel the price. So if I were to wait for a YouTube video, then it will take a bit, 1 day or half a day for it to be uploaded. But if this guy says something and immediately all of us are buying Bitcoin, at that moment itself, I think that you will make back your cost, your so-called your fee. Don't you feel that way is better? Yes, don't forget Bitcoin, all the altcoin, all trades 24 hours. That's why if you ask me, and if I know who is going to be talking, I will pay the $1,500 US. I will go down and sit down there. And the moment this guy say whatever, and I can see all my friends, all the people around me calling to buy or buying already, I will just jump in and buy. So that's exactly what happened itself. Okay, crazy stuff. All right. Yeah, indeed. Of course, they can also take the money to go and buy more Bitcoin. Yeah, indeed. That's why maybe we can consider the one Bitcoin 2021 Singapore. Huh? Okay. All right. So who were there? All right. Let me take the Tyler Wickenloff. These are the two brothers. They are the one that was supposed to be embroiled in the Facebook startup back then. But of course, eventually Mark Zuckerberg came out Facebook without them. Okay. So these two brothers, they came in and they talked about it. Right, I think this is the orange bracelet that you can see over here. This is the orange bracelet. Okay, I hope I don't know if this is the correct one. Looks like one. Okay, so he came in and obviously, right, they talked and he purposely wear this rage against the machine. So it's trying to say that, right, how Bitcoin is not controlled by a central bank. And of course, one of the panel MC says, we're going to put federal out of business, which speaks for how people at the Bitcoin 2021 generally regard the monetary system and the fiat money with the Bitcoin seen as a solution. So that means that the people that are really, really hardcore Bitcoin lovers, okay? You cannot say anything bad about it. In fact itself, right, that this NFL player and Bitcoin fan, Russell, all right, he launched a billboard campaign with the tagline, stick to space, Elon. So it's telling Elon Musk, just stay in where he is doing now, doing spaceship, just do spaceship, don't come and disturb cryptocurrency, all right? And of course, people are saying that, right, they don't really think what Elon Musk is important. In fact, they say that they don't care. In fact, some of them call him a clown. So you can see that now, right, Elon Musk has really lost total respect in the cryptocurrency space. And initially, people got affected. But for the bigger boys or the whales, so you can see that they are not going to be bothered. And that is why you guys can just disregard what Elon Musk had to say. But of course, if anytime Elon Musk says that he has already sold off his Bitcoin, of course, that will cause another wave of problem. But until that itself, so in fact, I can tell you this, if ever one day Elon Musk is to tell the world that he have got out of Bitcoin, I can tell you this, two things will happen. Number one, yes, there will be immediate sell-off. The Bitcoin will immediately sell off. But after that itself, right, Bitcoin will go up already. You understand my point? Because when this guy is out of the crypto space, people will think, okay, that's all, man. This guy is no longer involved, and the market will go up. So that's why, in fact, I really hope one day Elon Musk has said that he's out of Bitcoin and things will be easier for all of us. Don't you think so? All right. So that is how I see from what these people were there and what they talk about. But of course, that is not the end. There's a lot of stuff. Let me just bring in one. How come my PowerPoint not done? Sorry, yeah. Let me just fix my PowerPoint for a moment. Okay. Moment, something is wrong in my PowerPoint. Wait, Okay. Hey, something is wrong. Hold on, guys. Just give me a moment. Something went wrong with my this animation. Okay, never mind. Okay, so let me bring you the highlights of today's during the event itself. Right, the main highlight. Let's watch all this video online. All right.
Jack Dorsey making some news on Bitcoin a few moments ago, sending shares of Square higher. He says Square is considering making a hardware wallet for Bitcoin. If we do it, we would build it entirely in the open, from software to hardware design, and in collaboration with the community. In a later tweet, he writes, "We don't want more passwords on Post-its." He's tweeting from Miami, where he's set to speak at Bitcoin 2021, which some are calling the biggest Bitcoin event in history. CNBC.com's Mackenzie Sigalos joins us live from Miami. I guess we should have expected some headlines, Mackenzie, but can you tell us what the vibe is there generally?
Yes, so thanks, Carl. 50,000 people are expected to head to the city of Miami for, as you said, what's being billed as the biggest Bitcoin event in history. Now, I'm told by event organizers that they capped out at 12,000 attendees, which means that the other 38,000 people that are here are really here for the very many side events that are happening. And let me tell you, there are a ton. I flew in yesterday afternoon and literally spent 8 hours traversing Miami, going from event to event. There are NFT gallery openings and events that are dedicated to BitClout, which is the first decentralized social network. So it's really been quite an experience.
Mackenzie, I can't imagine how many business cards or virtual cards that you are collecting at this conference. But we've been talking about Elon Musk this morning with some controversial tweets, especially among the Bitcoin community. Are people talking about him? Do they, is he as divisive a figure down there, or have they sort of moved on?
Oh no, he remains very much a divisive figure within the crypto community. And people don't think that Elon Musk, or really anyone, not even governments, have the potential to stop Bitcoin. They see his messaging a few weeks ago about Bitcoin's environmental impact as very much a temporary setback. And I asked people, are they worried about the recent sell-off? And the resounding answer is no. Everyone is hodling their Bitcoin, which means holding on for dear life.
Yeah, Mackenzie, how nerdy is it there in Miami? It's a nascent tech culture. They're talking about it as an important Silicon Valley alternative. I wonder how much of the focus in this conference is on the tech and the kind of deep coding stuff, and how much of it is not.
Yeah, well, one thing that's really important to note about this conference is that it is very much Bitcoin specific. So it's not a crypto conference per se. You've got a lot of Bitcoin maximalists who believe that Bitcoin and not necessarily other cryptocurrencies are they think that Bitcoin is the future of finance. And so with that in mind, it's Bitcoin 100%. And as you said, yes, there are a lot of coders here and like the top people in this space that are very much in the weeds of blockchain. So that's a huge conversation as well, and talking about the functionality there and what's possible. So I've been learning a ton. I'm new to the tech feed. I've been in this tech reporter role for 3 weeks, and I'm asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, I can imagine. I guess my last question, Mackenzie, would be if you landed on planet Earth from outer space and came straight to this conference, ex-Bitcoin, what would you think is the most important coin?
Oh, so without Bitcoin, like what's the next one I would choose?
Exactly. What does get the most buzz right now?
Everybody's talking about Ethereum because Ethereum 2.0 is this release that's imminent, and Ethereum is really that, so that the underlying blockchain to the coin Ether has a ton of functionality. They've got something called smart contracts, which is what fuels this world of decentralized finance, or DeFi. And so that is the hot topic because people are excited about these apps that they can build on top of Ethereum. So I think if I were to parachute in from another planet, I'd be asking about Ether.
Okay, so you guys have heard it, hear her carefully. She's saying that other than Bitcoin, all right, okay, other than Bitcoin, the next big one is out with Ethereum. And in fact, she's so positive with that because she's been hearing all these vendors, all these hodlers, okay, they are all talking about Ethereum 2.0. And of course, if Ethereum 2.0 is to come out, right, there'll be a lot of smart contract getting involved, a lot of apps will be done, and that is where she, based on what she collected, right, it will be a big thing. So that's why I keep on saying this, guys. If you were to get involved cryptocurrency market, at the moment now, I would say that maybe you can put yourself a little bit more towards Ethereum. First of all, the price is cheaper than Bitcoin. Second of all, the upside is there. All right. Then third, it is in fact more usable, I'll put it this way. So maybe, like say example, I can put like say 40% in Ethereum, then maybe 20% or 25% in Bitcoin, and the remaining, let's say 35%, I can put some into ADA and a little bit on Dogecoin. All right, these are the 4 coins that I personally will think will be a good considered portfolio. Now, for Dogecoin is practically it's just only for the point of speculation. So it's something like you just leave it there. If one day Elon Musk really go crazy with it itself, right, and it go to like $1 or $10, in fact, later on, then it's going to be a pretty good, very good return. But I'm not going to tell you to put all your fortune into Dogecoin. I think this is going to be very dangerous at this moment right now. Okay, so that is how I see the what I hear from the lady, and of course there's a few videos today to watch Okay.
Jack Dorsey making some news on
Okay, the
Bitcoin a
next,
few moments ago.
sorry, yeah, next video is from here. All right, this is actually what happened during the event. I think it's really crazy, absurd, and you know, that's how crazy is the crypto space. Let's watch this.
So we're really excited about the progress of LDK. All right, I don't know what.
Okay, I think you guys have heard it. This guy, I mean, they were in the panel talking about Bitcoin, and suddenly, right, this guy from nowhere jumped in and then strip himself and show Dogecoin. And of course, he was saying Dogecoin to the moon, Dogecoin to the moon. So I think he had bought a lot of Dogecoin, and I think he really wanted the Dogecoin to go up. All right, this is a Bitcoin convention. Do note about that. Yes. So I was like, when I saw this, I kept on laughing. All right. So this is really crazy. All right. This is really incredible. This is how people now are really into cryptocurrency. All right. So of course, there are more to go. All right. Let me just bring in. I think there's something wrong with my PowerPoint today. Just give me a moment. Okay. I think there's something went very wrong. Let me just get this call done properly. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the other thing that why Bitcoin now is actually in the good work of this is because now this country El Salvador, apparently they are going to basically allow Bitcoin to adopt as a legal tender. Oh my God! So think about this. Okay, this is one country is going to adopt. Okay, so. Okay, so let me just bring in something just all wrong today. Okay, never mind. All right, so this is the guy. Okay, he is going to deliver a speech to the Congress, and then he is pretty confident that this will go through. So basically, the president really wants this to change over. Now, what is the reason for doing that? Let me just bring it in. Okay, today the PowerPoint really got some problem. Okay, it's because this country is cash economy where roughly about 70% of people do not have bank account. So that is the reason why it makes a lot of sense for a country to have a bank account to actually adopt this thing. And of course, they're trying to increase probably their GDP. All right, the law just passed. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so let us watch what is had to offer over here. Let's take a look. Okay, so it seems that there's some problem right now. There's no sound coming in. Okay, once in a while, such things do happen. Okay, never mind. It's okay, no worries. All right, so what happened is that he's actually informed that how Bitcoin is such an important thing, and he believed that this Bitcoin will go far, far away. And of course, there's no real concern for this Elon Musk to be involved. And I just cannot play this out. I'll play on our TWB YouTube later on. All right, but apparently this is what is going on. That means I'm trying to explain to you that Bitcoin at the moment now, even though the coin is coming down, but there's still a lot of people very positive on it. And that's the reason why I've been telling people this. Don't need to worry. Just let it slide a little bit. Let Bitcoin slide a little bit more. And then after that, at the lower end, buy it. Like this Jack Dorsey, he says that he will double down his support for Bitcoin. Now, he is the owner of Square, the US listed company Square, and they are looking to make a hardware wallet for Bitcoin. Now, this is incredible. If they do that, right, I believe that this will get a lot of people's interest. I tell you that. So now Square is considering to make a hardware wallet for Bitcoin. If we do it, we'll build it entirely in the open, from software to hardware design in collaboration with the community. We want to kick off this thinking the right way by sharing some of our guiding principle. So by doing that itself, right, this is actually pretty good. And it's going to be, again, going to push Bitcoin into the limelight once again. And of course, we talked about this yesterday. Macro strategy is borrowing $400 million to buy more Bitcoin, all right? So Michael Saylor, all right, he is definitely a leading advocate for Bitcoin. he believed that this is a value and he thinks that, right, let's do it. So you can see from the last few days that Bitcoin, although the price has been coming down, but the bigger boys, which is the, those who have the real cash, all right, they really think that this Bitcoin is here to stay. But of course, some people say that it is just only a front, or the boys are actually offloading the Bitcoin. Well, again, it's up to an individual to think about it. But to me, I don't think that they need to go to such a level just to do this. So all I can say is that if Bitcoin is a trade lower this time round, you can consider to buy some, all right? So let me share something with you. Now, Jim Cramer, CNBC, one of the so-called broadcaster, but he is concerned about Bitcoin. He says that, right, he thinks that there'll be more downside. Now, of course, based on the price that he was talking about was 36,000. Today, we saw that Bitcoin yesterday dropped down to almost 31,000, all right? So I did say that, right, about 30,000, that will be the target that I mentioned. So let me show you my chart again. Now, this is my chart that I draw yesterday. Now, I said that, right, it'll be a good time for Bitcoin to come down. So my first level 31,000, which I already traded yesterday, but still I want it to break below the 29,000. So once it goes to 29,000, my orders are all there already. I mentioned this, so I will say this again just for your information. I believe that you can consider doing this. Now put some buy order at 30,000, then 29,500, 29,000. 28,500 and maybe 28,000. Okay, put some buy order around here. I already put some, a couple of $100, just leave it there. The thing is this, I kind of suspect that there should be some selling like this type of magnitude. There should be. Then after that, when everything is really done, then the market will go up. So the thing is this, I believe that this has to come in first to really, weed out all the weak holders. And then after that, the big boys can buy. Because you think about this, most of them are looking at how much, like say 170,000 to aiming at 200,000 level, right? So if you were able to buy at, let's say 29,000 example, then of course it makes sense to push the price down to clear off all the traders out and then bring it all the way up. So you think about this, if that is the case, then it makes sense because if I want to buy at 29,000 and if I can make 5 times profits, I think it's a very, very good deal. So to me is that when everybody is dumping, there is a good time to buy. And because of that as well, right? If the target is at 170 to 200,000 by even this year, I think that, right, I'm more than happy to buy at 29,000 somewhere around here because the upside potential is 5 times. And of course, if Bitcoin can go up by 5 times, I'm quite sure Ethereum go up by twice, example. And of course, Dogecoin maybe because of that carry on and also go up by probably 6-7 times. So in my opinion, I think that, right, it's good to prepare some cash or some USDT, in fact, and prepare to buy at a lower price. Okay. So how many of you will be doing that? Like what I just shared with you, that you'll be looking to do something like this, or would you prefer to wait for it to drop significantly? Then you go in to buy. Let me hear your thoughts right now. There are about 59 of you. Let me hear what is your view for today. All right, let me see what are you going to tell me. Right, I wait for your answers before I continue. Right, someone texted me on the site telling me that, Kel, can we buy at, do you think that Bitcoin go back to 19,000? Well, I don't know whether Bitcoin will go down to 19,000. Now, the reason why there's this ongoing murmuring about 19,000 is because it's like this, you see. Now, Bitcoin, back the early time when Bitcoin was on the way up, right? It hit the high of 19,000, remember? Then after that, from 19,000, it dropped all the way down to 3,500. Now, that drop itself was about 80% drop, 80%. So now Bitcoin, now the next high example now is about 64,000. So if you take 64,000, you multiply by 80%. So the market is saying that you're going to drop by 80% example, then the market will come down to about 19,000. So would that be a good time to buy? I would say that is if, let's say, the market dropped by 80%. But you must understand, back then when the market dropped by 80%, it was because there was very little people participating, very little people. So that's why no institution, no funds, no big boys, the whales are not in yet. So that time for it to flood down to 19 to 30,000, 3,000, sorry, is quite easy. But now if you tell me Bitcoin will go down by 80% at this current state right now with this convention, I cannot tell you this is going to be very slow. Now, because you know why? The problem is because Bitcoin at the moment now in circulating is about 18 million coins are now in market. So which means that with the limit of 21 million, right, if the price will come down, right, it will actually be stabilized later on. That is my point here. Compared to back then, right, when the halving is not done yet, that is very different. So now the thing is this, with only 3 more million coins available later, right, I kind of suspect that, right, we will actually see the downside will not be as much as what we are seeing right now. So in fact, if you can consider, you just put some buy limit order, like I see right now, you guys have a text in here that Jonathan, Cheng Hui, Sherwin, Eugene, Louis, and Loin, your guys will be, and Bridget is going to put in some buy in order. I think that's a good idea. So that is what I'm seeing right now on the chart. So let's just go live now and see what's happening over there. Okay, so well, we are seeing right now live on the market. Let's see yesterday. So yesterday, you can see the market beautifully came down to 31,000. That's where I say, you see, if you look at it, right, in my wait, let me bring it in. Right, when I was showing you this chart here, it was 32,857. And I draw for you, the target is 31,103. Can you see that? And of course, if you look at it right now, the market really came down all the way and touched that technical level that I mentioned, 31,183. And immediately it rebounded almost $1,000. So you see, guys, that is how important technical analysis is. So for me at the moment right now, you look at the whole chart, all right, per se. Okay, you can see right now that this is where the pivotal point of 34,000, right? This is a very important technical point. So I will love that the coin to come down lower, to go down to 31,000 to 29,000. Then that will be a lovely time to buy into some Bitcoin. But still, if any time if Bitcoin really comes down, do a slam dunk at 27,000 to 28,000, I think that will be the one of the loveliest place to buy into some Bitcoin. All right. So I am still looking for further downside unless the market can cross 34,000. I think because of the news, the bill has passed through. That's why you see Bitcoin recover. But still, my point is this: if the market doesn't cross 34,000, I believe that there'll be more pressure to bring it down. And the only way to get people to sell the Bitcoin is to pressure the price down. So the weak hodlers, they will now have no choice to cut their position, and then that will give the asset back to the big whales, and they will just keep it at a lower price from here and hold it up, because it really makes a lot of sense. Imagine, let's say January early this year, and when Bitcoin was trading at 27,000, when it went up from the 27,000, that's about 1 month ago, it hit about 42,000. Then from 42,000, it dropped back to 27,000. Back then, I asked many people to buy Bitcoin, but most people tell me that it will fall further and stuff like that. And after that, what happened? Bitcoin basically went to the moon. So that is the reason why now we're going to likely be coming back to the same level again. And this time around, I cannot believe that this time we're going to see new level all the way once this has stabilized. So guys, of course, I have vested interest in Bitcoin, but I'm being very honest here. I've been telling you guys not to buy, and indeed it really comes down. At this moment now, I'm just watching this levels very, very closely. All right. So who is in with me to buy Bitcoin at 27,000 to 28,000? If you are in with me, just key the word yes. Y-E-S. Y-E-S, okay? And put the word yes there, all right? Let me know how many of you will do that, because if you do that, and if later on, if Bitcoin do come down to that level, I will definitely ask you again, have you bought it? Okay, so if you're going to join me to buy Bitcoin at 27,000 to 28,000 level, text the word Y-E-S, yes. Let me see how many. All right, okay, wow, Edwin, Sherwin, Jonathan, Esther, Lion, Simon, all right, good, Louis. Oh, you guys will be buying Bitcoin, huh? Okay, yes. Gory and Jason, Kathy, wow, you guys are really good hardcore fans of Bitcoin. Ah, indeed. Good job. All right, so that is what happened for Bitcoin. Let me just go back to my PowerPoint. Okay, so yesterday for our trading of Bitcoin, well, yesterday was fairly reasonable. We have three trades in total, 2 wins out of 3 trades. So basically, you can see how it works. I just explain myself once again. When the price fall, do nothing. Now, what you see on your screen is that you will see the indicator from blue turn to green. You wait for it to turn color. So once you see the color change from red to yellow, that is where you buy into Bitcoin. All right. So one tick is 300, right? 2 ticks is 500 level. And of course, 3 ticks will be 800. So what happened is that yesterday we have one good trade first. We make some money. Then after that, when the price come back down again, if you miss the first time, you can have a second trade over here. And of course, you go in to buy. But this one, we didn't make enough to cover, and the market collapsed down. So we lost money. But no worries. Once it's available again, another indicator signal comes in, and that's why we want in to buy. And this time around, we make enough to cover our earlier losses. So this is how we trade our Bitcoin day to day. We just have to follow rules and embark into this journey. All right. So yesterday, even though Bitcoin wasn't fantastic, we still did pretty decently well. All right. So for Ethereum was much better. Ethereum was very clear cut. Ethereum, when the color turns from blue to green, we would look up. Red turns to yellow, we buy, and that was where the first trade went beautifully, and of course we make the money. Then the second one, we didn't make a lot, but we still make at least 1 tick profit. 1 tick is about $20, okay? And of course, the one that gave us a lot of profit was a third trade, whereby the color changed, right? Blue to green and red to yellow. We go in to buy, and of course, the market went all the way up itself, right? All the way, and we make about, from the run, entire run is about up by 70. So within a space of 1 hour, you can make about $17 from the Ethereum, all right, just from trading in and out in the market. So that is how we do every day. So guys, if you want to make some day-to-day income, pocket money, then you take this pocket money to make and buy more Ethereum and buy more Bitcoin. This is a good avenue because the system really, really works. You can see that every day I update this. Everything is clear there. We don't want to hide from you. Win, lose, we tell you upfront, all right? So this is a very reliable system, okay? And of course, you can see that, right? We provide calls like this to tell you when to buy, what to do, what the levels to watch out for, and you trade on your own. So like recently itself, right? We just have this today, just about 1 hour ago. We gave the calls. We say that where the market will be going. We give you the technical level. We classify for you. And of course, when the market hit, we update you too. See that? So this is what we have in our community. We really want our traders to make money. They just have to follow through. So let me go live right now. You can take a look at the Ethereum trade that we did just now, moments ago. Now, take a look. This is live. Can you see this? Right. All you need to do is this live, by the way. Ethereum just now came down, right? It came down. And you can see that the indicator turned from blue to green. So once you see this thing, you just wait for it to turn from red to yellow. So that means the first step is always look for blue to green KCX. Then look up. And once you see the thing turns from red to yellow, and if the boys at the bottom are buying, then you can see, wow, you see that incredible run. That is how we can make money from the market. All right, so simple. You just have to believe in the system. And this is live right now, showing you what you can do every single day. All right, cool. This system, isn't it very good? All right, cool, right? If you think this system is cool, please text the word cool right now for me, C-O-O-L. All right, that'll be the best way to thank me for this afternoon sharing. Okay, so it's very cool and I like this. Right now, what we're looking at the day chart for Ethereum right now. Let me just share this with you. Okay, now for Ethereum at the moment now, right, the colors on the day chart is still not that pretty. So what we're waiting for is that we have a more stable momentum first. Once we see some stability and we see that the wheels are coming in, definitely I will call for buy on Ethereum for long term. Now day chart is for long term. 5-minute chart is for short-term trading. So for long-term trading now, we are still not out of the woods yet. So I think we should just go slow for Ethereum at the moment. Of course, you can buy them cheap on the way down, as I said to you, right? Then for Bitcoin, I already told you my view. At the moment now, we do see a bit of recovery, but still the whales are still in the market and the bearishness is still there. So any lower price will be better and be welcome. And of course, we will look to buy. But once the market has bought enough, and if you see a strong recovery, definitely I'll be calling for a strong buy. And of course, we can all make money together, all right? So this is using the TWB system to look at the market. If you look at conventional, well, conventional is also showing the same thing, although there's some recovery right now, but it seems to be telling us that the downside is still ongoing. All right, so this is Bitcoin. For Ethereum, still the same. There's some recovery from the bottom, but it's still at the moving average, below the moving average. So it's still not a clean shot to buy into this Bitcoin and Ethereum for long haul. At the moment now, just go slow, do some intraday trading. That will be the best thing to do. All right. So that's what our own traders are doing. We are playing a very small range right now. We want to make some decent money, but we're just waiting for the big movement. So once we have any clear short movement on the Ethereum and the Bitcoin, we'll definitely announce it to you through our daily afternoon MAO. All right. So guys, share with more of your friends. Let them know that there's this guy every day at 2 p.m. He will talk about cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay. All right. So that will be the part 1 of today's afternoon MAO. Now we can do the part 2. Part 2 is just to cover up and go into what is happening in the global financial market. Now, global financial market now today, the US Dow Jones is still trading below the MLP. So this means that, right, there's still got some resistance on the upside. All right, for the NASDAQ, now today is pretty flat today, very flat movement. So we will wait for a while. For the S&P 500, also a pretty flat movement day. So probably everybody is waiting for tomorrow's data, which is the core producer index data. So everybody really wants to know whether US Federal Reserve will hike the interest rate or do some tapering. Now, people have been asking me, Kel, what if US Federal Reserve do taper? Then what will happen to Bitcoin and Ethereum? Well, you have seen this very clearly, that when the dollar is actually weakened, the cryptocurrency market also kind of come off. So if let's say the dollar strengthen, right, I kind of believe that the crypto market will actually go higher. Yes, indeed. So in fact, it'll be quite a welcoming thing if let's say the US Federal Reserve is to do some tapering. There'll be initial shock wave first to the equity market. But after that, it's all right. I believe funds will go back into the crypto space. So you look at it in terms of fund rotation, I believe now they purposely bring the crypto price down so that they can accumulate as the price goes down. And once there is a knee-jerk effect movement there, then that is a good time to buy into crypto. All right. So we are seeing that for this. All right. For the the DAX, the German DAX has just opened. And as I suspected, it have gapped down. So today, German DAX should be coming down lower. It may even test the MA 30 level, which is at 15,486 level. Now, China today has recovered. He went past, touches the MA 30 and recovered. So he seems to be at least still able to hold fort. All right, for gold prices today, gold is now trading below opening price. I suspect that today gold price will go down. And in fact itself, right, I kind of think this way, gold price have been going up while Bitcoin have been going down. So if based on my chart here itself, I believe that I believe that gold is coming down soon. So maybe we're going to see some movement to Bitcoin. So traders, you may want to take a look on that. All right, so using my own indicator, we can see right now for gold example, gold now is trading below the opening price. And if gold breaks below 1888, I do see gold coming down all the way down to 1869 level. Okay, there is a possibility for gold to come down all the way to the 1869 level for gold. All right, and that is for gold. And let's say we look about the financial market like Dow Jones. Well, Dow Jones now is trading now below the opening price. And if Dow Jones goes below the pivot 1, we do see Dow Jones coming down. It may test back again the 34,457 level. But at the moment now, the boys are still buying, so the downside is kind of limited. And to talk about Hong Kong, now Hong Kong, I believe that this is going to be the third day down. And if let's say there'll be some more selling, I suspect that Hang Seng will come back down to test the cash RL level, and that will give you about 28,650 range over there, somewhere around there. But now the boys are still in it. That's why the downside resilience is still there. Okay. All right. Last but not least, we talked about the US crude oil. Crude oil has now crossed the $70, and most likely it's going to near its peak, because if a dollar is to increase in upside, then I kind of suspect that this crude oil will have to take some profit very soon. It looks trying to climb up. It's a very beautiful uptrend movement, but it's too. You can see that if you put a ruler there and just put it in, you can see that as if that is all constructed to be there. So when you see something like this, we all know that, right? It's big boys manipulation. It's just a matter of time. We're going to see some selling soon. Okay. And of course, like Japan is down already. I told you guys Japan today will be down, trading below opening price, and P2 is a sell for our indicator. And of course, like DAX now, DAX is also doing that. So today DAX should be also coming down. All right, guys. So to me is that all this tells us that there is a good chance that cryptocurrency will be able to find a base soon, but we just need it to down further. But at the moment now, you can see it's now up already as 34,000 right now, going towards to challenge a 50% marker. So maybe this Bitcoin now will just have to test 34,297 for a while. If it stays above it, things may change. But if not itself, right, if we resume the selling, that will be good for us, because we love to buy cheap at the lower level. All right. So that will be all for today's afternoon MAO. I hope you all like it, and I wish you all the best. Remember, put some buy limit order and let the market give us the coin, all right, at a much cheaper level. All right, that will be all for today. All right, do remember this, guys, that if you are interested to join us, you just contact Richard Heng at 9724-9213. You can join us, and you'll be able to learn the crypto workshop, and also you get the indicators for free for 2 months. And of course, you get to get involved in the channel so that you can trade together live with us every day from Monday to Friday. Okay. All right. That will be all for today. Thank you once again for today. Apology for the video, but I wish you all the best. This is Kel signing off. Bye-bye.